My drip is a talent, saving is boring, so I might go Harris. Too many sirens, had to skirt from the forest. He got me paranoid. Tell my car check, I did the OT pop.
Yo, what's happening, people? Back again with another episode of Not Your Ordinary TED Talk podcast. I'm your host, 5'8" of pure bliss, Mancunian, Rouze. We also have guests in the building today. But the guys, akipoleni sana. It's been too long since we've recorded, but simnajua as usual, like in life, vitu kibao sana as you happen. Personally, nilikuwa coast, job. Tsimbar pia ko coast, job. Ms.Kamene, she's caught up with exams. But anyway, we are back, man. So allow us. We have guests in the house today. They can start introducing themselves from the Bebs.
Wow. Start introducing ourselves. Such a great host. Hi guys, my name is Cerah. I am the host of the Crazy Cruising podcast, but today I am a guest on Not Your Ordinary TED Talk podcast.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Jeez. Like, bruv, the baby's paying, yeah?
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have another guest in the building today. Wagwan, my G.
Wagwan.
Yeah,
I'm Ditlevasena. I'm a chef by profession.
Come on. Brother.
Nimesikia njaa suddenly.
What? Atumesikia nini? Anyways, yeah, guys, so we are back again. So enjoy the content. Tutakuwa tuna post weekly kama kawaida. Msijali, msiulize mmekuwa wapi, jua tu vitu zimekuwa zikihappen. Anyways, guys, welcome sana kwa TED Talk. Some of the people are not here, as I've explained earlier, but tutasonga.
Yeah.
So before we even kickstart, yeah, I have like kind of a game yenye our guest wao wanacheza.
Okay.
So each one of you has like 3 seconds to answer one question. We're just gonna test on IQ and whatnot. Tujue nani hapa anaga akili.
Hapo mmenishinda.
I guess it's Molly. I guess it's Molly.
Wow.
Yeah. So question. The game is called Would You Rather. You ready?
Okay.
So we're gonna start to Molly, then we go to Gore.
Okay.
Molly, would you rather all your photos in your gallery exposed or your messages?
Photos.
Messages.
Yes. Wow.
I want to see your photos now.
Okay.
I have clean photos.
Okay, go on. Would you rather smile, have a nice smile, or nice eyes?
Nice smile.
Yeah,
I'll wear glasses.
My eyes.
Your eyes?
Yes.
Come on.
Okay.
Apparently I've got both, so allow me, man.
Oh.
I'm not a smiling machine.
Oh, okay.
And you're smiling.
No, that's laughing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a difference between smiling and laughing, yeah.
What's smiling?
No, not her. That kind of like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather have more money or more time?
More money.
More money.
Yeah.
More money.
More money.
Yes.
In my opinion, I'd rather have more time.
No.
Because time is money. Come on.
But if you have more time and have no money, what are you doing with your time?
No, you've
You're
not
just
been told you
there.
don't have. It's more. You have more of something than the other one.
I want more of money.
More of money.
I'll maximize on my time with money. Time buys you money. No, money buys you time. Money buys you everything.
For real.
Okay, right now, if you were
Money
to go,
also buys you happiness.
Listen, if you were to go to a bank right now, right? And let's say someone like Uhuru went to the same bank. Do you think both of you will wait the same?
No.
It depends.
On?
The bank. Yeah, it does. Come on.
It doesn't.
It does.
Rich people have private banks.
No, it does.
Rich
It
people
depends.
don't wait
They
on
go to
lines.
Bulk Expressway. Wanapelekwa kwa room huko.
So,
Exactly.
meaning both of you are rich. Okay. Your point is that if you and Huria are in the same bank, you'll be treated differently.
Yeah,
Yes.
very differently.
So you'd rather more money than more time?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll buy your time.
Ni sawa basi.
Hata yeye amesema yeye na Uhuru. That's so big. Chukua just a governor and something like a president. Aende kwa bank. Watahudumia president kwanza.
True.
Oh. Okay, sawa basi.
So money can buy you time.
Money buys you everything.
Only for the money buys you everything.
Yep.
I can't buy you happiness. Come on, money can't buy you happiness.
Define happiness.
As a United fan, I can't. Lie.
I think it goes down to what is your definition of happiness? What does it take to make you happy? What do you need to be happy?
Health. Good health.
And you think money can't buy that?
Okay, technically we've got bare man who are like way well off. I can give you an example of, there's a guy called Mombasa Cement in Mombasa. The guy's got bare chums, but his health is so bad.
Okay.
But he has the money.
But he's gonna die anyway because his health is so
Finally,
bad.
You
all
might,
gonna die.
you will die, yes, but you will slow the process.
But he's not happy.
Says who?
We see him, bro. He's not happy.
Are you sure it's because of his health or because of anything else?
Even like but just the physical look. The guy looks dreaded. Like how can I put it? Like he's just so done with life. He's just waiting for him to die. But as you've said, it's slowing the process because of chums. But he's done.
But you know, truth of the matter is, I think
How old
you
is the
still
guy?
like yeah.
Kinda. I think 50.
50.
Yeah. And come on, we know bare people who are 50s and they are way
Life expectancy
healthier.
in Kenya actually for now probably 60.
The guy has been struggling since way back.
Okay,
Wallahi.
so you can't attribute.
He's made it already.
Yeah.
Let him rest.
Ni sawa basi. You guys have beaten me. Ni sawa basi. Okay, the other one. Would you rather travel in the past or in the future?
Future.
Future.
The future, I don't want to see my past.
Wallahi, I'd rather go to the past.
I don't want to see
It's
my
not really
past.
about I don't want to see my past. It's more of
Yeah, you get to see what's next.
Yes.
yes, I have major anxiety, so I just want
For
to
real?
see, yeah.
I'd rather go to my past, correct some things.
There's nothing
bro.
I can change though, and my past makes me who I am. So if I were to change something in my past, I would not be the same person.
Wallahi.
So
For real, I'd rather go to my past.
I'd
man.
rather go
Really?
to my future
Yeah.
than come back. And
True.
I know what will happen.
yeah,
So I'll do anything. Kama ni kitu mbaya haita.
Wait, hold up. Imagine you go into the future, yeah, then you see bare stuff which are happening that's bad. Then you come back and be like, hey, kuna mawe inafaa nigonge at some point. Kuna sijui nini inafaa happen.
this is a movie. What's the name of this movie? There's a movie like that. This guy sees how his friends are going to die, and then
Final destination.
yes,
It's Final Destination, yeah?
Yes.
So
They all
so
die
wait,
The guy
wait, wait.
eventually.
sees what will happen next.
So do you rather that?
So he helps some of people. Some
Of
people.
them,
Yeah.
he helps some of them. Some you can't help.
Nah, that's spooky still. Wallahi, I'd rather go to the past, bro.
You know, my anxiety will not allow me to go to the past. Given that choice, future.
You'd rather future than past.
Future.
Anyways, I'd rather past, man. There's this babes, man. We broke up.
Oh my God.
Anyways, moving on swiftly. Would you rather cry when you laugh or smile in awkward situations?
I already smile in awkward situations.
So you'd rather that?
Yeah.
Not cry when you laugh?
No.
When you laugh, when you're bending so hard, then you cry.
My cry face is not
Wallahi.
the public.
Okay. The last one. Would you rather owe money or a favor? Would you rather owe somebody money or favor?
Money.
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Yes.
Yeah, money. Money sounds decent.
Like
Because
a favor.
imagine if it's a favor, bro.
Hey, I can't. It's not more of like the favor. It's more of you have power over me.
Wallahi.
You can ask me for anything, and I don't think anyone should have that power over anyone else.
For real.
If it's money, it's just money. It's just money.
Wow, I like that answer. She's smart, man. Anyways, I think that's the end of the game, yeah.
Okay.
By the way, when we were coming, I heard Molly, you say something about you don't go to church nowadays, like you don't like churches nowadays. I was like, come on, she's a church girl. Unajua ni mara ngapi I've seen her Instagram.
Anaka church
Like Bible story, I don't know, Bible breaking down of songs. I'm like, brother, we just
Here's
got
my
TD
thing.
Gates' daughter, bro.
Here's my thing with church. Number one, I feel like church has just become so businessy. It's just a business. So I think it's more of Christ is out of the church and church is more business. So they're going to tell you whatever, whenever, as long as they're feeding their own personal agendas, yeah. Secondly, I feel like church is your safe space. You know, God is our safe space. There's no judgment, there's no condemnation or whatever. But in church, you find that's where you're judged the most.
Wallahi.
How dare you do this? How dare you say this? How dare you? So I'm just like, no.
Especially guys who've got ink. Hey, come on.
Yeah, I feel like there's in the
And
churches,
dreadlocks,
in the churches where they have these crazy dress codes, they have these crazy rules. I don't know. I've heard of people getting married or people getting pregnant before you're married, and you have to be embarrassed in church, in front of the whole congregation by the pastor. Like, how dare you have sex before marriage? How dare you do this? And I'm like, bro,
Practice makes perfect still. Come
oh
on.
my gosh. But I'm just like, who are you to judge me? You know?
Yeah.
And it takes, I get the regulation, and I get the, you can't be of the world when you're, back to God and stuff like that. But I feel like some churches, and not all churches, I feel like some churches take it too far, and the congregation becomes so consumed on the rules and the legislation that Christ is not in the church. So I just rather me and my God just,
Vibing and whatnot.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to church?
February 2018.
Wow.
I can't remember the month.
Why? Please,
Why has it been
February
that long?
2018. Since that, it's 4 years now.
Yeah,
Some months.
definitely, yeah. It's
No, I stopped going to church. Sijui nitaeleza aje. You see, the churches, unaenda kwa church, they just preach about money. Me, I don't want money. I want you to preach to me. Nisikie ile.
umeshikwa yenyewe.
Nimeshikwa na roho.
Gospel,
I want to go to this church again.
Yeah.
True.
Tell me about life. Tell me about health. Don't tell me about money.
Go Catholic then. Catholic are the best in that. They don't preach wealth.
I've been to a Catholic school.
I was in a Catholic school, St. Peter's
yeah.
Mumias.
Wow.
So
Big up yourself, man.
plus,
Come
I mean, like the priests have very bad PR right now.
Why?
They're sodomizing our kids.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just feel like that's if you are into church, if you go to church and you have a nice church and whatever, good for you. I'm not saying don't go to church anymore or walk out of church. I'm just saying for me, where I'm at, I haven't found my space yet.
Wow, okay. That's decent, bro. Wallahi. The last time, hey, big up yourself, Douglas, man. Wagwan. Yeah, that's a Chelsea fan, man. I can't wait to rattle them next week. Anyways, guys, when we get back to our conversation, I can't remember the last time I was in church, but it's just recent. I think Jan. Yeah, I'm
Good for
Catholic,
you.
so
Good for you.
sisi hatupreachigi story ya sijui wealth. Sisi tuna preach venye kitu ilifanyika, venye kunaenda hivyo. And I'm actually half Catholic, half Muslim.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How
Na
many
isikuwe ngumu.
books does a Bible have?
Okay.
How many books does the Bible have?
Old Testament or New Testament? Both.
Combined.
66.
Yeah, thank you.
So, for the Catholic, we still have additional books. Why?
See, because
And in the Revelation, we are being told by, is it John who wrote Revelation? He said one thing. This is the last book. No book should be added. No word should be
Deducted,
no word should be added. No word should be deducted. But the Catholic, sio ati nasema ni mbaya. We still have some other books like 7-8 Maccabees. I don't know what. So where did they come from?
imagine me pia sijui. Like unaona mwenye aliongeza hiyo ni shida yake. Si ndio ama dagi? Hiyo ni shida yake.
I think when it comes to Bible, when it comes to God in general, I think the people before us historically, I mean, a lot of information has been twisted, has been removed,
To
has
fit
been
the narrative.
added. And I think that's why as a believer, it's important to fast. As in any relationship, you don't walk into a marriage without having a relationship with yourself.
Yes.
It's pointless. You get what I'm saying? Yes. No one can complete you; they only complement you. So when it comes to
Gosh, come
when it comes to God and when it comes to that whole aspect of being a believer, form that relationship with God by yourself, because you know what took you to God. You know your why, and then from there, when the time is right, because I think Paul says when you're a babe in Christ, you're no longer a babe anymore, whatever. So I think from there, as you grow in your faith, you now branch out into church, and I think from there you know what you're looking for in a church. When I go to church, I know I'm going to church because of this, and this is how I want it. So I think it makes more sense to do it that way than being like, oh, well, the Bible has this books, the Bible has this books. As a person who's just gone back to Christ, you're already confusing me, and I won't even be interested in knowing more. If anything, I'll just go back to what I knew.
Yeah.
So if I have my personal relationship and I'm deeply rooted in that, when I go to church and you try to tell me this and this and this, I can come back to you with, the Bible says this, the Bible says this, the Bible says this is not for me, this is for me. I know how to choose. So I think that's basically it.
Good. Anyway, the church thing aside, man, tunaweza kapa hivyo wengine tubatizwe.
We will preach.
Come on, man. I hope wenye mko behind the scene mumepokea upako, especially Benito. Guy Benito ona need kuokolewa, like what? Hey. Anyway, guys, we all had the Will Smith, Jada, and the famous Chris Rock situation. So I want us to indulge in that. Because personally, me niko na beef kubwa sana na Will Smith. Like, that guy, as juniors, like, for real, that guy is a big pussy old man.
No.
But anyway, yeah, he is, man. Why are you defending him?
He's not.
He is.
I think here's the thing. And I actually understand where Will Smith is coming from. And I actually support Will Smith.
Okay, since you're the advocate, yeah, defend him.
Here's what I'll say. A lot of people came forward and said a lot of things about Will Smith, a lot of things about, that whole situation.
Yep.
But the thing that stuck with me, and I'm going to read, was what Nicki Minaj said. She said, the husband gets a front row seat to his wife's pain. He's the one consoling her, drying her tears behind closed doors when those cameras go off. Social media has made people feel that these husbands won't ever run into them in real life. I love Chris Rock. I don't think he would have made that joke had he known what Jada recently shared, but between him and the whole team at the Oscars, you mean to tell me no one had this woman share her heartbreaking story? Here's my thing. When it comes to Will Smith, and even Chris Rock said this, I think the other day, I think I saw this on Twitter, he said that he was slapped by the softest nigger to ever rap.
It's true, man.
Right?
Come on.
So we have the
This guy's a bum.
When it comes to Jada and Will Smith, 5-8 years back, they were everyone's favorite couple. Everyone wanted to be
still,
Will and Jada.
There was something going on behind the scenes which we never knew.
We never knew, right?
There was a saga when I think the boy dyed his hair.
Jaden.
Yeah.
Kansas story more.
It's Willow and who?
Jaden and
Willow
then
Trey.
and
Trey.
Yeah, the guy who tried cutting his dick so that he cannot have any organs.
Okay.
It's a fuckery
But
family.
you cannot
Wallahi.
blame-
Jada.
you cannot
He
blame-
tried. He
you can't-
tried doing that. Wallahi, he tried cutting his dick so that he cannot have one. Mimi nashanga kwani alikuwa na Game of Thrones anataka kwa. Yeah, exactly.
But you cannot blame the kids. You cannot blame the parents.
You can't
for the
because
kids'
it's a fuckery
mistakes.
family.
Okay, fine. Anyway, back to this. So when it comes to that whole situation, Will Smith has this whole thing of being a softie, right? Everyone is like, you're a punk. Your wife cheated on you. You went and sat there and listened to her narrate the whole thing.
And cried.
And you cried and you took it.
First of all,
and
a man, why are you crying nini mbele ya kamera kwanza? Wanaume.
so you see, there's that whole situation. And so I think sometimes you have to do something to set the tone. It's not about
I get
slapping.
you.
It's not about slapping Chris Rock, and it's not about Chris Rock. It's about, you have disrespected my family, you've disrespected my wife. And when it comes to being a man and that whole image of masculinity, like you've said, why is a man crying in public? That whole image of masculinity, his masculinity was threatened. So he's a guy who has been pushed to the wall by society. Literally every single person.
It's not by society, it's by Jada though, man.
It's not
Jada
really
who did
Jada
that.
because it takes two to tango. I do not wake up and decide to cheat on you. Remember, this guy said that their sex life was suffering, right? So all of these things have come out. His masculinity has taken a hit. And here I am at the Oscars, front row seat, my wife seated next to me, and you disrespect my wife right in front of me, and the whole crowd is laughing.
Okay, how about
So
this?
in his head, and not to speak for Will Smith, like whatever, but I'm assuming in his head, to him it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do something so that this has to stop. And I feel like that was his end point, and was
He
just like,
could just
fuck
have
it.
walked out.
Walk out of the Oscars.
Like, come
Yes.
on.
Okay, the
Like,
method.
come on, just walk out.
Listen, here's the thing. The method, I'm completely against the method on what he did. But as I said, sometimes it's not about an action or a situation. It's about setting the tone.
But
Like,
you see, also,
listen.
there's something booky which happened. Do you know why? When the whole video was repeated bare times, I actually noticed that. You see, Jada also laughed at the thing. Will also laughed. Then immediately Jada rolled her eyes and looked at Will. Then Will was like, oh shit, I have to take an action.
Exactly.
But if, wait, hold up. Let me land. You see, if Jada never rolled her eyes and looked at Will, wallahi, Will never have reacted. He'll be like, yeah, it's I.
Just a joke.
That's Chris Rock. We all know him. He's a bum. He's just a comedian. He's doing his thing. But because Jada rolled her eyes, and looked at Will like, come on, Tupac would have done better. Will Smith was like, yeah, it's time for me to get in action. He went ahead and slapped Chris Rock. Do you know why? Because he knew Chris Rock would never retaliate.
Okay.
He's not the kind of guy who would
let me
slap, then
paint-
him come for your ass. He'd never retaliate, bro. So he actually took an advantage of that. Imagine if it was somebody like who? Let's say a Dave Chappelle. Brother, Will Smith guy is getting busted. Wallahi.
Let me bring this
Dave
close to home
Chappelle,
for
Kevin
you.
Hart, definitely there could be chaos.
Yeah, come
Let
on.
me bring this close to home for you guys, right? So you're walking with your girlfriend or your sister, right? And then you know how touts have this habit of like making comments, whatever, nini. Someone just says something to your sister, your girlfriend, whatever, right? And everyone is
Wait,
laughing.
is
Listen,
it my sister or my girlfriend?
your girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, okay.
Your girlfriend. And someone says something and everyone laughs. But you notice she's uncomfortable. You're going to tell me you will not do something?
I want.
You won't.
I want. Wallahi.
Why?
I want.
You-
Goja, si
and
tunaendelea
what about
kutembea
you?
as we are going.
Okay, what
We are
about you?
walking.
Yes. Or let's say you're not even walking. Let's say we are seated right here, right? This is boys' night. Like your boys are...
Sangote, umetoka kutoka tao,
Sawa,
stage,
basi, sawa.
conductor, sahi.
Sawa. Okay, so I'm just saying, if one of your friends or someone, a guy, disrespects your girlfriend, your wife, the woman in your life is disrespected, will that not make you feel away or want to do something?
Okay, the only thing which I'll just call out the guy like, yo, bruv, why are you moving bookie, man? Don't do that.
Exactly.
You will
That's
call
what
out
you
the
do.
guy.
Yes.
Yeah, don't be
So-
physical, bro.
I won't be physical.
You won't be physical.
Yes.
I am not supporting him being physical, but you have to understand where Will Smith is coming from. It's
come
not.
on, man.
Listen,
That
okay,
was a
you
punk move.
You
call
still
out
have
the
to
guy,
be calm
right?
first.
You've called out the guy.
Yes.
He does it again and again and again.
You
Now-
get away from the place then. Unatoka hapo mnaenda mahali ingine. Ni nini?
You move
Kwani
out.
mko na super glue
It's
hapo?
That's
your
why I
big
said-
night.
That's why I said you move out. You just go.
Hata kama ni Oscars, still leave, bro.
Remove the hatred.
It's
Not
not
hatred,
hatred,
man.
man.
Just go.
It's facts.
Okay, yes, he could he have handled the situation better? 100%, yes. Do I see and understand where this guy is coming from? Also,
Nah, there's nothing like
100%
understanding,
yes.
bro. Do you know how many times this guy has gotten disrespected by the family members? There was this time that Willow actually wrote a letter to Tupac. Bruv, your daughter is writing a letter to Tupac. The guy, she's never met this
Do you
guy.
know why it bothers you so much?
Why?
Tupac and Jada had a thing. If she wrote a letter to Jay-Z, would that bother you?
Still, why?
So
Wait. Let me land.
When you write a letter to let's say Uhuru or someone, just any random man, your dad should feel away.
It depends with the context. Do you know why? Willow wrote and said that mom really misses you so much.
Which is true.
She wishes, we wish you are still here so that she can be happy. Then she went ahead and added a factory like, hope to see you soon. Bruv, he's dead.
Listen, Willow
What's
Smith
the meaning
is
of
into this
hope
whole
to see you
6
soon?
That
dimension,
means
7
Will
dimension.
doesn't make Jada happy.
Definitely.
Okay,
That's one, too. The kids don't treat the dad.
it's I feel like you're reading in too much into the situation because number one,
Exactly, like reading
Will-
too much. That's
Will
a
Smith
black
himself
family.
said-
We imagine say ati tibudangu saa amekuja kwetu. Ati mimi naandikia hapo hivyo lei ex wa madhe wangu. Mimi sijui ni kina nani, but amwandikia ati my mom really misses you. Mimi budangu atanikata nipeleke bucha watu wakule nyama.
I think listen,
Kwanza
this is a
ujui.
child.
Kitu ya kwanza ujui huyu mtu.
Okay, skiza.
Umesikia
You've never
story
met
yake.
the guy, bro.
But this is a child. Nile, I'm young.
Exactly like
right?
a child.
Listen, you're young. Your mom is unhappy, And all she keeps talking about is this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. As a child, you want your parents to feel happy all the time. And
So wait, okay.
of childhood,
Yeah,
you
okay.
do that.
So writing letters to Tupac will make Tupac resurrect so that your mom can be happy.
That's her innocent child.
There's nothing
mind.
like innocency, bruv. It's a fuckery family. You see, the only thing which those kids could have done is, mom, move on. The guy is gone. You're with dad. If anything, you're complicating this scenario.
This is your happiness now.
Remember, there are bare things which have been happening behind the scene. Yenye hatukuwa tunajua, but immediately after that convo they had, the two of them, when we had the entanglement thing, slowly by slowly tukaanza kujua vitu kibao sana zenye zilikuwa zina happen. There was this time Will Smith threw Jada a party.
That was way before entanglement.
It was expensive. Yeah. That's why nakwambia before entanglement, bare things have been happening, yeah? It was hella expensive. Do you know what? Jada came out and said, I'm embarrassed. Bruv, mi nimespendido yote wafu nanambia you're embarrassed. Then she walked away.
Here's the thing though, but you have to understand
That's
your
why I usually blame Will in everything. Bruv, move on. Kwanza Jada hata achana.
Have you watched
He was the main guy. Was it
have you
called
watched
Fresh Prince?
The Fresh
Shape
Prince
of
of
My Life?
Bel-Air.
I've never watched. What's
Exactly.
it about?
Best Shape of My Life is this documentary that Will Smith did on his YouTube channel when he was writing the book. And he said that for him, seeing the way his parents, like that whole relationship with his parents, his dad was very abusive. For him, it was a goal for him. I want my family to be good. Like I want that family unit. And secondly, he said that he has this persona which is like a trauma response. They have this marriage counselor who was talking him through it. And it's like a trauma response. I think they even gave this persona a name. Captain something. And so for him, it was more of like, he takes everything as a challenge. Everything, he attaches everything to his worth. So when it comes to that situation with Jada's birthday, I think he went and retraced her family line all the way to Africa and everything. And he displayed it for her birthday.
How did that go on then?
Jada didn't really like it.
Exactly.
But he also built that's where they live, that whole house. He built it for her and everything. He was doing everything that he felt his mother. He was trying to be the husband that he thought his father should have been.
Would have been.
Yeah, exactly. Through
Has Jada ever
And
reciprocated any of that though?
He never for 1 minute listened to what Jada wanted. And I think after that moment and when they had that whole fight and then Willow came in, that's when he kind of like realized that her happiness is not my responsibility. And that was when I think they were separated, but were still living in the same roof. And the reason for that...
Me tunaachanaje afu tunaishi Kenya
Listen,
keja
and the
moja.
reason for that was him saying that for him, he did not believe in divorce. He had done it once. He felt like a failure. So through thick and then this was going to work.
Mbona una force issues?
So they went.
That's too much
They
simping.
went.
Thank you.
They went their separate ways and then came back together as a whole. And I think that period, that's when the entanglement happened. They were finding themselves separately and then coming together. So I do understand where Will Smith is coming from. He has been trying to live out the image that he had in his head of what family is, what marriage is, and never listened to his partner. And now when he's listening to his partner and doing all of these things, then everyone is like, oh, you're a simp, you're this, you're
But
this.
he is.
you're
He's
this,
a simp
you're
though,
this.
man.
He's
He's a
not
simp.
I actually
100%
think Will
simp.
Smith is more of a man than a lot of
Oh,
guys who
come
are
on.
actually going after him. And
Quick one. Future or Will Smith?
Will Smith, 100%.
Oh, come on, man. Like Future, you know?
You know, you guys, after just the other day, Nicki Minaj said that although Future sings about all of this drugs and all of this alcohol and all this stuff, he's such a lightweight. On top of that,
He
Future
still
is
gets
singing.
pussy though. Come on.
Oh my God. I am so angry. And then on top of that, this nigga is out here singing to you about how you should not be spoiling your bitches and I don't know, doing all of
But
these
you
things.
shouldn't.
And then he's like, I spent 2 million on women. And I'm like, it make sense.
It's different women.
If I'm
There's no
spending
one.
on you and you're not
Reciprocating,
happy,
yeah, exactly.
reciprocating, definitely hakuna haja ni spend tena.
But here's the thing, though. I
I'll be
think
simping.
for both Jada and Will Smith, it takes so much courage to say to your partner, I am not happy. Because here's the thing. People don't really understand love languages, right? So someone might feel like if I throw if, for example, if you were to throw me a lavish party, sijui all over, I probably have the same reaction as Jada. I'd be like, I am embarrassed because that's not who I am.
I
so
think
you have
Jada
to
is also
listen to your person.
complicated, bro.
She's not complicated.
She is complicated, man.
So is
She knows
everyone,
this
though.
man is a simp. He'll definitely
Exactly,
go
and that's
back
why
to
she's
her.
taking that advantage,
That's why
bro.
she's taking that advantage.
Even if she does a fuckery, she still knows that Will Smith. I'm just gonna say Tupac would have never done that. Will Smith's gonna come back still.
When has she said that, though?
She said that bare times,
You know,
bro.
something
When?
that pained me, wakati aliulizwa na Will, what was between you and August Alsina? Just an entanglement. My friend, just.
Come
Angetumia hiyo entanglement peke yake, just an entanglement. No.
He made
what
the
it
geezer
was.
cry on live TV, bro.
Hey.
You know, I feel like because it's someone else, it's easier to point a finger.
It's not.
But were it yourself or someone closer, the whole... And I think, and I understand where you guys are coming from.
Let's do it
both
vice
of you have
versa.
this whole
It's
thing of
Will who
masculinity.
went out.
Thank you.
And came back.
Thank you.
Like
Will
Jay-Z did.
Thank
Will
you.
Jada even
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z
listen
did.
to him for a second?
Like the Jay-Z
Just a
thing.
second.
Here's the thing. When it comes to cheating, you cheat, you're done. But I think...
No, that's to you, though. Don't say you
Exactly.
cheat, you're done. That's to you.
But I think sometimes you have to look in terms of, like, Beyonce and Jay-Z, that whole situation. It's like Melinda and Bill Gates. You know, I feel like sometimes you become so big together. It's just so, you stand to lose so much from a divorce that you're like, let's just wing it.
So in that scenario, I think, in my opinion, Will Smith has been carrying Jada's ass for long. We
Who's
never
to
knew
say-
who the fuck Jada was till
Like,
Will Smith. We only
Who's
knew
to
Will
say-
Smith,
Who's
bro.
to say that Will Smith has not cheated? Who's to say that?
We don't know.
We don't know about
Exactly.
We don't know.
You only know about the entanglement because August Alsina, whom I love to death, wanted some free press.
Come,
And-
look at this, babes. How do you love a person who came and wrecked somebody's home?
You know, here's the
And
thing.
you see,
do
Will
not
Smith.
blame
Will Smith
who-
is a punk. Do you know why?
Why?
There was actually this part where I heard he told August Alsina, "You have my blessings."
He
Brother.
didn't say that.
Come on, he said.
That's what August Alsina said, but he clarified and said, I did not say that.
Definitely atasema hivyo ndo asionekane that he's a bigger simp already na move kave tunamjua
How
sahi.
on earth do you allow your wife to cheat and give blessings?
You know, because he's a simp, he knew that, you know what, since I'm not satisfying you, let another person come, do it behind the scenes, then we're gonna say that,
But you
it's
know,
all cause and
now that
whatnot.
I think about it, I actually would do that, though.
Huh?
I would actually do that.
lie?
I think that's what love is about.
So you'd let your partner cheat?
Here's the thing, though. I feel like if I was in a relationship with someone and they were not happy and someone else makes them happy, I would be like, you go be happy, and I'll just walk away. Between you and me. Listen,
Don't walk away, bro.
I'll never
Don't walk
come
away.
like, I'm still there.
Yeah, you're still there. Sivyo ndo Will alifanya.
Okay, wait. So you mean
So unaona sasa?
You are not coming back.
you're not coming?
If you are going, you are going.
If you're going, you're
There's
going.
nothing like, okay,
Just go.
let so and so satisfy you, then you come backyard. Then I'm gonna ask you, but then how was it, brother? If you go, you leave him, bro. Don't
But
come
I think
back.
here's the thing, though. But both of them said that they were both unhappy. They decided to separate, but not divorce. And each
Living on the same roof. That's where the problem began.
But
If we are to
and
separate,
each
let's
went-
live different places.
And each
Ama
went
aje,
to
sindio?
do their own thing. I think it was more of like, it was like a break, but not a divorce. We've been together for like, and I think it's healthy. I actually think it's very healthy. We've been together for way too long. Jada did not really want to get married. She got married because she got pregnant. She did not want this.
Exactly.
So
So all
she's-
along, Jada has never rated this geezer. She
Exactly.
has never.
So, and Will Smith realized this and he was like, okay, it's really not working. But because of my trauma, let's just like not
Fuck your trauma, bro.
Let's not
If
get
anything, this
separated.
Vebs is the one who's adding salt to injury. That's why you seem so hurt.
But you there's reasons why people don't leave. You can't. It's easier to say leave from an outsider's perspective, but it's very hard when you're in it to leave. Because remember when they were talking about that entanglement situation, Will Smith said, I think they talked about something about the divorce and everything, and Jada said it's cheaper to keep me.
Then
And that's what I said. that sometimes as a couple you become so big, you have businesses, you have built a lot. Like Melinda and Bill Gates had to wait for the markets to close to announce they are separating. When it comes to Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think I saw somewhere, I'm not sure whether it was, I'm not sure.
Kim and Kanye.
Not Kim and Kanye, it was Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I think something was said where it's like, this is Beyonce, this is Jay-Z. Like, that's music royalty. Like, who is going to measure up and be bigger than Jay-Z for Beyonce, or be bigger than Beyonce for Jay-Z?
It's so because they complement each other. Do you know why? It's because they complement each other. But with Will's and Jada's situation, if right now Jada gets dumped, we're never hearing from Jada again. She goes back, bruv, to the ends. We're never hearing from her again.
Okay,
but because you see, Jada is a smart thing still. With that bald of hers, she's smart. She knows.
You're going to get slapped, bro.
Come on. If you're on cancel culture, fuck you, man. You see with Jada's smart. Jada knows that if Will and I go separate ways, he'll still be winning. I won't keep on winning. So let me stay so that I can enjoy some of the benefits.
So that's because, a trauma bond.
Hold up. Let's be sincere. Were it not for Will, would we ever have known Jada?
I first saw Jada in Matrix.
Let's say she would have been an actress, but she would not have been as big.
After that, we saw Karate Kid, the boy.
Yeah, the boy.
After that, we saw the boy. Then the pups ndio unaona sasa everywhere.
So thanks to Will, we know Jada.
Not thanks to Will. He amplified what was already there. She was an actress. Was she an actress before?
Matrix only, bro.
Listen, was she an actress before? Was she considered an actress before?
She was.
But not that big. Her career went big because of Will.
And I think this might be so controversial to say, but it's the same thing with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry,
yeah.
right? Did she have a name for herself before?
Yeah, she did, man.
Did we know her that well? She did not have that big of an audience. But through this marriage...
Because it's a royal family.
Exactly.
What do you expect?
Through this marriage, whatever was already there was amplified. So, was Jada an actress before Will Smith? You've both said yes. Is she bigger now through her marriage to Will Smith? 100% yes.
Quick one. Between Meghan and Jada, who was more of a bigger actress than the other one? It's definitely who? Meghan, because of Suits. But after their marriages, do we still, apart from the fuckery which the royal family did and try abusing her, and they also, Meghan peers tried trolling her and whatnot, till today, have you ever heard of Meghan anywhere?
Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
But not as recently. But with Jada, it's vice versa. Some people knew her as an actress from Matrix, but it was like, okay, cool. But immediately we started seeing like the whole Will Jada situation. Now we're getting to know more. But in the other scenario, it's different. So if anything, you see Jada, that's what I've told you earlier. Jada's smart. She knows if my thing and Will ends, brother, I'm done. You see? But let's say like right now, if Meghan and Harry, their thing gets done, Meghan can still pattern her thing still. You know why? She can go back to acting. And her name's still gonna be big, bro. But for Jada, if Jada right now divorces Will, bruv, that's the end of Jada, bro.
Okay, let me put
she's gonna start doing documentary and books, Tupac 1, Tupac 2, Tupac episode 13.
But she's not into production though.
Come on, allow.
I think let's put it this way. Can Jada flip this? Were they to divorce and Jada, can she flip this in her benefit? If she's smart, yes. She
can. And then do you know what I reckon? I think she's gonna be controversial. She's gonna even start spilling more juice and giving out more tea than we knew. That's what she's gonna do. To make chums, she's gonna do that, definitely.
I think when it comes to the both of them, it's more of Will Smith trying to heal himself through being... I think Will Smith has a perception.
Being a simp.
Not being a... I really don't like that term. I think it's more of...
Why don't you like it?
It just has that... It's
100% simp.
I think
simping, man.
It's like
a
synonym for weakness. I think when it comes to Will Smith, I think he's his heart is in the right place. I think his intentions, where he's coming from, I do see and understand where he's coming from. This man is fueled by trauma and wanting to be better. But the environment and the recipient is not willing to meet you where you're at.
You see, Molly?
Want you to come.
Exactly. You see. The thing with me is that I'm going to tell you that. You see, simping is not bad. But it depends to what extent do you go simping. Bruv, even in the so-called Bible, guys like Jacob simped. The geezer was lied. The don was lied by the so-called father-in-law that, oi, work for 7 years, yeah, then I'm going to give you my daughter. Then what happens? After 7 years, you know what? There was a mistake. You're going to take the sister, work for others. That's simping. But he did it, and in the end analysis, got the thing. But for Will Smith, it's stupidity, bro. He's staying in a place where it's even more toxic.
Not getting what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. If Will Smith chucks right now, he says like, you know what? I'm just done with this thing. I'm dipping. Bruv, Will Smith is gonna get happy now.
But here's the thing though. When it comes to trauma bonds, that's the hardest thing to break. And I'm going to tell you in this way, right? So let's say you're with someone and it's very inconsistent. So when you meet this person, they take you here. Like they give you the world and everything.
But it's inconsistent.
Then, listen. So you've already bought into this image. So for you, and then all of a sudden, poof, the image is gone. So for you, at first, before it hits you, you're trying to now chase that image. You want it to go back to the way it was. But and
it can't.
Listen. And then when it hits you, hey, Akizi, it's not working. When this person realizes that you're about to leave, they now take you back. So it's like, oh, my efforts are working. So Nile, when you meet a guy, he's like taking you for dinner, lunch and everything, buying you gifts, spoiling you, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's gone. And you're like, hey, what's happening? And then you're trying to get him where he's at. Where you're like, what is wrong? Akwambia ni kazi, sijalipwa. There you are, unamlipia rent, you're doing all of these things. Yani you're giving and giving and giving, expecting maybe
Wait, hold up. Now the babes is paying rent for this guy who used to provide everything.
Exactly.
Man, I'm in for that, man. Come on.
So
I'll simp for that.
Yeah, come
So
on.
I'll
simp. Any
so
day,
listen, so there and you're just like, okay, you want it to be the way it was before. Right? And then
so wait, hold up. You're paying rent for this geezer so that he can take you out again.
Sasa like Nila amekwambia, I used to be nilikuwa nakupeleka out na kufanyia all of these things, vacations, whatever. Because sasa pesa ilikuwa. Sasa COVID came, nini,
but it's
whatever.
true, COVID fucked up many things still.
Listen, and then you're there, babe, oh, I love you, I'll support you, I will do all of these things. Now you're the one giving. You're the one paying for dates. You're the one doing all of these things. You're the one getting yourself present.
That's 50-50, it's good, Cindy.
Listen, it's only 50-50 when it's actually true.
Okay, keep coming.
Okay? So you're now doing all of these things expecting that, okay, si tutarudi where we were. Things itarudi back to normal. And then uko like, he's not taking me out, but he has money to go party with his boys. He's not taking me out, but I saw him in Coast last week.
Now,
like you don't have, when it comes to me, pesa imeisha.
Pesa za sherehe tukiwa na vijana hiyo iko kando.
But listen, shut up. You're distorting my thinking.
Okay.
And I am so sure like your listeners will get on to what I'm saying. When it comes to, coming from a point of being in that space, sometimes it's not really money. Sometimes it's more emotional support. You get, this guy was your best friend, used to chat adi 3 sijui nini
adi 3
adi yani una fall in love.
Sunaona penye shida inaingia sasa
adi 3 and guys do this, and thank God I'm in a room full of guys because you guys do this and it's so annoying. When you meet someone and you want them, you put in pressure like 100%, then you get them una relax. And then now this babe is the one chasing after you. Okay. And then, listen.
Fata nyuki kula sali. Tenda we manenda zako.
Skiza. And then now, you're not reciprocating. Then when you realize the babe is getting tired, that's when you now want to reciprocate. Now it becomes a pattern. Ni ile nikitaka kuchoka. Ukiona wengine wananitaka, wengine wanitreat vizuri, unarudi uko juu. So it becomes, ni kama drugs. I'm being high one time, and then poof. But then when it comes to situations like that, those are the hardest situations to break. Hakuna mtu atakwambia toka utoke. Because you'll be like, he can change. Can he change to something? Yes, you already have that in your mind. I already have anakuanga hivi. Hata you will defend him. Akisaini pesa, imagine anafanyanga. Si unakumbuka alikuwa anafanya. And you're there like, yes. But in reality, this nigga is just, it's like a trauma thing. And I think that's the case with Will Smith. Because for him, when he was with Jada in the first place, he left his first wife for this woman.
You see?
The first time he met her.
The guy's a pussy, bro. How do you leave the first woman?
Time. Exactly. He was taken on a high the first time. So right now, he's trying to chase that. And now, as in his haifiki, it's not reciprocating. And I hope and pray that he walks out. And if it works out, it works out. But I do understand where he's coming from. And I do understand how and why it is hard to leave.
So wait. Are we now agreeing that Will Smith is to blame?
He's not to blame. His wife is to blame.
Actually blame both. But the most is Will, bro. It's definitely Will.
You're blaming a guy for being cheated on.
Nah, you don't blame the guy for you. We are blaming him for simping, bro. That's the thing.
You're a football fan, right?
No.
You're not a football
actually,
fan.
My head hurts.
I wish you were a football fan. If you're going to the pitch, you play and you lose, the coach will be blamed. Why? Not the players. The players were the one playing, but the coach will be blamed. Why?
But your market value...
No.
Market value,
why
does
is the
it
coach
not
being
reduce?
blamed?
He's in charge.
Yes. Will is in charge.
Yeah.
Blame him.
He's the head
But
of the
if-
house.
He's the
anything,
head of the
listen,
house.
Yeah.
But if anything, from everything that we've seen, of their relationship, who wears the pants in that relationship? If we are being
It's
completely
definitely
honest.
Jada. It's definitely
Exactly.
Jada.
So how are you saying that Will Smith is the leader and Jada wears the pants in this relationship?
And then that's where the problem comes in. How do you even
simped
allow
too
that?
low.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't allow that. Let me tell you something.
Oh, so it comes naturally.
Listen. I'm going to put this in let me put this in perspective in this way, right? I've been in a relationship with someone who sees you in ways you don't see yourself.
How?
Like I would have conversations with this person and they'd point out things that I used to do and I didn't even realize. So had this person been malicious, they would have taken advantage of that. Okay? So I think with Jada, it's more saying, okay, this guy, this is his trauma point. And I'm so sure, you've also been with people, friends, relationships, and you see someone do something and you're like, nikimfanyia hivi au react hivi. You get? She cries, she does this, but when you do this, it works this way. You get? Like you know which buttons to press. And I think that's the case with Will and Jada. And I think Jada might not be the best person. I think
she's definitely
I think
not.
she's more on the manipulative side.
Exactly.
Where I see things and I see a weakness and I want to exploit that weakness. And I will not sit here and be like, oh, Jada is a bad person. I would want to understand where that comes from.
Come on, there's nothing like understanding, bro. How do you rate one? You keep on banging about a guy who's dead. You've even made your kids think that that guy is better than their pups.
And they've never seen that.
And they've never seen him. Thirdly, you've done it bare times on national television. You've done a fuckery to your husband. Then the other day, imagine even after the slap, Jada came out and said, I wasn't impressed by that. He shouldn't have gotten physical.
So this guy,
where
this guy
did she
was
say
just
that?
Come on,
traumatized.
do your research on Twitter, bro.
times.
Exactly. So,
Is that real news? or fake news?
imagine you're Will Smith. You're like, so I slapped that geezer for you. And now, right now you're telling me that
But
you
is
aren't
the
impressed. Bro,
the same
I did it
lady
for
is the
you,
one
though.
saying, go visit a psychiatrist. Why?
And
you're
the
doing
same
everything
guy
for her.
who's giving you bare pressure.
The dumbest thing, and I'm so sorry for using this term, but the dumbest thing you can ever say when you do something is, I'm doing this for you. I beat this nigga for you.
Let's get back to where you asked if a tout talks bad to your
Come on, to your babes.
Let's say
or
I've
even a
reacted.
girl.
Yes, I've reacted.
You should-
Later, what will you say?
You should
Why
smack
did you
the
react?
nigga. You should smack the nigga because
No.
you're also offended
I'll
by
smack the
someone
nigga, yes.
disrespecting your girlfriend or your wife.
Yeah, exactly the
Yes.
same thing. Will Smith was offended though, bro.
Exactly. So stop saying he did it for Jada. He
course
was
he did it
offended.
for
Wait,
Jada.
hold on. So you're trying to say that he didn't do it for Jada. He did it for
did not
Tupac
do
or
it-
the kids.
He did it for himself.
Or for the blacks.
Listen,
That, okay, you know what? I'm
I'm
gonna
not
slap
saying
Chris
for-
Rock because we've got bare blacks in this
I'm
building.
not saying for the blacks or stuff like that. I am saying this Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, in my opinion, number one, to set the tone.
Nah, it's because of Jada.
Listen, to set the tone. Do not disrespect my family. Do not disrespect me. I have had enough.
And the same family is disrespecting you.
Whether or not...
Exactly the point, bro.
Here's my thing.
It's a roller coaster still.
And I'm going to say this. I am in no position to be responsible for how people tend to react to what I say. You get what I'm saying? If I were to be... The same thing with simping and whatever. If I bought my boyfriend flowers for his birthday or stuff like that.
You guys still get flowers? Have you ever gotten a flower?
Not yet.
I've never gotten a flower, bro. How do you buy a guy flowers, bro?
Okay, not...
Benito shape of flower.
Sawa
come
basi,
on.
PS.
Kuna asha dedi. You want
Sawa,
a flower?
PS basi. Tumembuy PS,
PS
right?
4-5.
The latest one. Missy G.
Yeah,
the
5.
mambo.
Na jazzy.
Shut up. I buy my guy a PS and his favorite team's jersey with his name and everything.
Come on.
If that guy goes ahead and cheats on me after that, that's on you, bro. I will walk away knowing I did my best. I will sleep at night knowing I did my best. Was I a good girlfriend? Yes. Did I do all of these things? Yes. Did you choose to react to it indifferently?
But you see, by buying a PS and jazzy doesn't justify you as a good girlfriend, though. Come on.
But I'm saying, okay, that's just an example.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Will let Jeda cheat, right?
He did not let
He
her
let her cheat, bro.
Why are you there?
That entanglement
did.
thing. That
Come
entanglement
on.
thing.
Sometimes when things
It's
happen,
just
you have
an
no...
entanglement.
Okay. Let me just let it rest.
That entanglement thing. Mimi niko tu hapo. Cause umeachilia mtu ameenda akachit. Why bring her back? Just let her go. Mimi siwezi simp na wewe ati nakuambia I love you. Mpaka saa ngapi?
Love is for the bad.
Have you ever been in love?
I was hurt hadi nikalia.
Aya, skia sasa. Skia.
Hadi nikalia.
Aya, even when you were crying, did you...
I've never thought about her again.
But in
Sitaki hata
that,
kufikiria.
when you were healing, had she come back? When you were healing, had she come back? See, after heal, in the process of healing, arudi akwambia Aki, imagine Aki, I saw my mistake, I still love you. Ungemkubali ama ungekata?
Singekubali.
Walai.
A leopard never changes his spots, bro.
Walai. You don't believe in second chances?
At second chances.
Hata mimi wasitaki kupewa second. If I cheat, just let me go. Don't give me a second chance. Don't give me.
There's
I'll
only
definitely
one
cheat
thing we
again.
can't give second chances.
I'll definitely cheat
And
again.
that's our football clubs. Hizo ndo tunapeanaga second chances.
Lakini wanaume unakuangaje
If you
shwali.
give me-
Yani Manchester
just give me the second chance,
heartbreak.
I'll
Manchester
definitely
has
cheat
cost you money in this betting sites, lakini your girlfriend cheating kidogo. Unasamehea Manchester lose rent, lakini girlfriend huwezi samehea.
Yeah,
Do you know how many trophies Man United has and that Babes
Do
of
you
yours
have any trophy right now?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is that Manchester trophy in your house?
I see iko nini? Iko OT.
It's in Old Trafford.
Are you in Old Trafford?
You know,
We are going there soon.
You
bro.
guys have your priorities in the wrong place.
There's
Yani,
another lane
you
in the
will
wrong
lose
place,
100,000 on a betting site. On Jume bets
Now
Manchester.
kiwin.
Na asipokucheza basi.
Ukiwin.
Asipokucheza basi.
Asipokucheza, we're not having this conversation though.
Basi sasa dem yako amekucheza na Manchester imekuluzisha 100,000. Who are you forgiving?
Yeah, Manchester.
forgive Manchester.
Surely.
Because there'll be a bounce back definitely, man.
Na si huyo ame-bounce back amerudi.
A bounce back nini? Mara
Si
bounce
amerudi.
back na ball alafu na si yako.
Ana ball na ana anything. Amekuja tu akwambia Aki, imagine I was unhappy, I'm sorry. Let's work on this.
So
Oh my god.
okay, will you forgive your boyfriend if he cheats on you?
Depends.
with what?
Depends with that.
There's okay.
Okay,
Shameless,
let me
wait,
say,
shameless
he
plug.
just
There's
came.
an episode in my podcast about
He
this.
just came and said it was just an entanglement.
Yeah.
Will you forgive him? And
Or
bring him back?
yeah, using your own words. I was unhappy, babes. I'm sorry. Take me back. What will you do?
You know, I think I've already had this discussion twice, but I'm going to have it again.
Yeah, come on.
Crazy Cruising is the podcast. So listen.
By the way, go listen, guys.
So here's the thing. My boyfriend has cheated on me. I want to know every detail. Every detail.
Exactly.
Every detail. Who, when, where, how, what happened, time frame, everything.
Then
From there, I will decide, and I will not decide on my own. What you do after that...
Wait. What do you mean on your own?
Listen, I cannot decide on my own whether I'm going to forgive you or not.
So you're going to have
Because
a committee
listen,
or what?
not me and you,
Oh, sorry.
okay? Because cheating is a choice. you were unhappy and you decided, I'm not going to work on what is making me unhappy right here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find happiness elsewhere. So first come and tell me, why did you cheat? Who did you cheat with? When? How? Every little detail. And listen, secondly, I want to know, do you truly want to work on this? And why do you want to work on this? How are you going to work on this? And then follow that up.
But wait, hold up. In my opinion, I think there are times that people don't just cheat because they are unhappy. There are
You
other
wake up and fall
circumstances.
in someone's pussy.
No, wait, hold up.
It's just lust.
There are other circumstances which make you cheat and so being unhappy. Sindio?
There's this thing called lust.
Yup.
You may have a relationship with someone, but it's purely sex. Sexual relationship.
So that
Nothing
means your
else.
sex life is not working.
Yes.
You're not.
You have a girlfriend,
Your partner
yes.
is not fulfilling your sexual needs.
Yes. And that's what happened to Jada and Danny.
So in that case,
August
kuja
was,
uniambie-
was just a sex.
Exactly.
So something like
It
a
was just-
sex toy or slave.
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
just sex. So you're coming to tell me our sex life is not working. That's why I went and I slept with this person. Okay.
Why
fine.
didn't you ask first? This
It could
our sex
be-
life is this and this and this.
It could
Let's
be-
work on it first
You know,
before I
here's the
go
thing,
out.
And I'm not supporting cheating, but here's the thing. You know, if let's say for example our sex life is not working, you and me are dating, right?
Yes.
Our sex life, Aki, it's not working. There's people, if I come and told you, babe, our sex life is not working, kuna mtu ataichukulia as, okay, let's work on it. What do you want us to do different? You get?
Yes.
But kuna mwingine ataikujia na kifua. Unaniambia nini? You get? So I think it comes from that. Can I talk to this person about this? Can they take it in a positive light? You get? So I think does your relationship create an environment to have these conversations and point out each other's flaws? Ama is it ukiniambia Aki, this is not working, nakuwa defensive, nakuambia something else? You get? Yeah, so I think that also attributes to that.
Wow, okay.
But I think also you might put in the work, you might go to therapy, you might do all these things, and this baby is just like,
therapy, my foot, bruv. Do you man believe in therapy? Nah, come on, man.
okay, fine. Personal
I'll
preference.
heal myself.
Okay. So you might do all the work and everything, do what this baby is telling you to do, and it's still, yani, she can't let it go. And I think it's better when you walk away when you realize you can't let this go. Instead of now, you're holding it over someone's head. Fine, wewe ndo ulichoose kukana
Just one
umse.
word to summarize that what you're saying. Walk away.
Exactly,
Don't
that's what
stay
I'm saying.
there.
But sasa, you know, there's people who are like, let's give this a chance and see.
No. First, second, third.
There's nothing like chances. Bro.
No.
There's nothing like chances, bro.
That's too much simping.
Which actually brings me to the question of the day. Which
No,
actually
simping.
brings me to the question of the day. How much will you simp for your babes or dude?
100%.
100%. Brother.
Let me tell you. Let me phrase it this.
100% simping for your babes.
Maybe 2%, 5%.
And you know, it's funny because I had this conversation with someone and I actually realized I actually have major trust issues right now. Here's the thing. I've read this book called Intimacy by Osho, Trusting Oneself and the Other. And in the book, he says, when you're selfish with yourself, when you're not 100 into something, there's now 4 people in a relationship instead of 2. 2 false persons end up interacting and having this whole thing, but 2 real persons are not connecting. You get?
Yeah.
So Nile, I'm coming to you as have my wall up. I'm never showing you my vulnerability. I am always closed off. I'm not even gonna give you anything. But that's not me. You get?
Yeah.
And I've been hurt before many times. You've been hurt before many times. So tunakuja na yo. So you have your wall, I have my wall. So you're giving me this, or even me, I'm giving you this. But in essence, we're not giving 100%. You're not really happy. If you're being completely honest with yourself, you're not happy. And this other person is not happy.
If you're not happy, go find your happiness. Stay there.
Sometimes you don't really realize it.
How do you
Sometimes you
even
don't
realize
really.
it?
Let me tell you something
You know
with
why I
trauma.
tell you-
Trauma morphs itself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might have been, maybe you were hurt. Let's say like there's this friend of mine, I realized like the way this person argues it relates to his upbringing. Like unaona venye unakuja kugombana na msee like anakuzima. So when you argue with this person, it was like arguing with a rock.
Wow.
Ama either ata completely shut down. I don't want to be part of this conversation. Ama,
like I'm done engaging
I'm done.
with you, man.
Sasa ama akufanya saa ukae fala. Unaget? Ama sasa he will hurt you even more.
People like that do exist, you know.
Manipulate the situation to now becoming
and make herself the victim.
Wewe ndo uko na shida, mbona mimi ndo niko na shida. You get? And
that's
it's
a
that
cycle.
Being defensive in that way. So and inakujia na hiyo unaenda kuongelesha msie kitu unazibwa. So you get? You become so defensive. It's different for different people.
See, for me, I'd say that simping, simping is not
simping.
bad, but it is. It's something which it's there.
Simping
though.
has very bad PR. It's like you're weak.
Ujisikia kituka simping siko, bro. Exactly, man.
Sasa kuita simp utakasirika sana.
No, it depends with the percentage. Let's say I can eat a 70% simp. I mean the jam. I can eat a 10%. It's fine, man. Allow
10%
it.
10% simp.
10% is not bad.
Fine.
Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, we all simp.
All men simp.
With the person you like, wallahi, you're gonna simp. But it depends with the percentage. Let's say, a good example. Let's say I'm with my brethrens. We're busy watching football. Then my babes calls me and she's on the vibe of, your babes, bounce. Let's go somewhere. Let's say have fun or whatnot. Then I tell her that, as a person who loves football, I'm definitely going to tell you, no, babes, I can't. Do you know why? I'm with the mandem, we're watching football. But if I'm on the vibe of, bruv, I've got a dip, my babes has told me, let's go out. And the mandem are going to look at me on the vibe of, bruv, we're watching football. Why are you going? They say like, my babes, whatnot. She comes first. That's simping.
It's not simping.
It is
Simping.
It is.
It's like 80% simping.
It is. But let's say, we had already planned that we were supposed to go out and we were watching football with the mandem. Then if you call me, that won't be simping because we had already planned, so we are going. But if it wasn't planned, just out of the blues, that let's go out. Nah, babes, I'm with the mandem, we're watching football.
As you should.
So they come first, it's not me. Okay, then allow it, I'm coming. That's simping.
That's a bad girlfriend. Drop that girlfriend right there and then.
And that's why we were saying Will Smith should drop Jada.
And that's why I'm saying there could be a trauma bond between Will Smith and Jada that's hard to break. You can't break 20-something years of marriage.
You
20-something years.
You can.
Listen,
you can.
You cannot break a cycle of abuse in a day.
And then that's why I was saying previously that, you see that separation thing, it could have happened easily if they weren't in the same house. Let's be in different houses whereby we don't see each other.
You do your thing, I do my thing.
Exactly. So with that, ungepata Will Smith angeanza kumove on pole pole. Angeanza kunotice changes that, by the way, I'm actually happier right now than hapo. Pole pole hivyo conversation inaanza kuwa cut. We're only there for the kids, but we're not in the same yard. But the thing is, since they were in the same yard, it was actually hard. And that's why the geezer, Galsasina, came in the same in somebody's yard and chopped the wife.
Yeah.
Well, this guy about giving you
like
my
I
blessings.
I see that. I see that. But at the end of the day, you also have to understand where is this person coming from.
What do you mean by that, though, man?
Will Smith's whole thing, and please, after this episode, go watch Best Shape of My Life on YouTube, where he talks about
I can't. I no longer read the guy. I can't watch anything about
like where he talks about the whole cycle of abuse between his mom and his dad, and him being a witness of that, and how that impacted his whole thing about being the best husband on the planet. His idea of what the best husband is.
Do you know what? You see, Will Smith is also smart. He's trying to justify his simping with what he saw. Yeah, we'll get that. There are times that
said he's trying to
he's trying to justify it though. Look, hear this. You see, at times, some of us come from different backgrounds. We may see like some booky stuff with our family and whatnot, but it doesn't like have to be that just because my dad used to do a fuckery to my mom, so you know what? I'm gonna try doing many simping stuff for my wife so that I cannot be like my dad.
Okay.
Not many simping stuff. He's just trying to be different, and his idea of different does not work.
Yeah, so leave that idea.
Leave that idea then.
And that's what they're doing. But no one is giving them a chance to do that because everyone keeps going back to the...
How can we give them a chance while it's this same duo who come out exposing each other day in, day out?
They're not exposing each other. They are processing their own issues.
So processing is giving out information like, Tupac this and that.
Okay, let me put it this way. If you are to listen to my podcast, right, there's a lot of personal stuff. Mm-hmm. So would you say I am exposing myself?
It depends with how personal it is.
Very personal.
Very personal.
Yeah.
Then that's kind of exposing yourself if it's that personal.
Here's the thing, and it always goes back to how am I looking at things, right?
Your perspective, yeah.
Exactly, your perspective. So if you have the perspective of you exposing yourself, no matter what someone tells you, they're always going to be exposing themselves. But if you have this perspective of they're trying to show people that, marriage is not perfect. Marriage is not...
It's a bed of roses.
Exactly. Yeah. We struggle, we fight, but we come back together, we work through this. If you look at it in that way, you might get the message. But if you are... and I think it's the same with celebrities. When you see someone break up with their partner and you're like, I want privacy in this moment. And you're like, but you let us come into your lives. So you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think it's the perspective. And I don't think for them, even when they were talking about the entanglement situation, it was more of like, it happened way back than we knew, right? August Alsina brought this whole situation when he was doing the album. Mm-hmm. Because Def Jam dropped him. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh my gosh. And I love this man to death. So you're dropped by Def Jam. You no longer have a number one track.
You see the problem with Kenyan babes? They love guys who keep on doing fuckery. You see the problem with Kenyan babes?
Whatever. So you see, like...
So you'll tell me in an good, this guy, Asap Rocky.
Asap, yeah. Asap is good.
Asap Rocky.
Wallahi, if there's a person I hate right now, it's Asap.
I hate Asap Rocky.
As a Chris Brown fan, bro, I hate Asap. Do you know why? Recently, in Asap's song, he says that, I don't beat my bitch, I need my bitch. Brother, that's something that happened, was it 10 years ago? Why are you bringing it on now?
Okay, there's one thing you need to understand in music. If people are not talking about you, you're not selling records.
That's stupidity, bro.
So I think that's why August Alsina brought this whole situation. You're dropped by Def Jam. You've been inactive from the game for a very long time.
So you have to cause chaos so that we can listen to you.
So you want free press. What gives you free press? I slept with Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith gave his blessing. And now this couple has to relieve that, which they had already worked through. And now here they are talking about it with everyone having their own opinions. So if you look at that as, you're exposing yourself, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at that as, you know what, these are two people coming together, trying to show couples that, hey, guess what? We used to see us as a power couple. Guess what? We're not a power couple.
Even
we struggled with this.
J. Cole did a song.
I want a love like Will and Jada. Exactly.
Come on.
So now,
till today, that lines, it doesn't slap no more.
So you see, now they're trying...
I want a real love.
Like Will and Jada. So now you're trying to show us that, hey, power couples are not what you guys think. Because when you are a power couple, and it's the same with Travis and Kylie, that's why they broke up the first time, because you are now feeding an image.
That's another fucking
You're now an image. Like you and I are together. You are a brand, I'm a brand. Mm-hmm. We have to sell an image. We have to sell products. We have to build this. Yeah. But our personal lives, we're suffering. So I think for them, they were in a position where with this huge power couple, let's now show people that we struggle and we do all these things. So if you look at it from that perspective, you will see and you will have more understanding and more grace when it comes to what they do. But if you're just looking at it as, simping, exposing yourself, vitu mingi zitakupita.
Okay, see, the reason why we've been crying on about simping is because Will Smith has done bare stuff that is booky to support this lady. That's why all that time we were on the simping narrative. If Will Smith had never done that, we'll be here be like, you know what? Will Smith is actually calm.
Okay, so here's my thing. Remember when Kanye West was doing all of these huge things for Kim? Mm-hmm. Why didn't anyone call him a simp? Because Kim was appreciating, she was reciprocating and all of these things. So I think the flip side of this is when you're doing something and your partner is actually enjoying it, reciprocating and appreciating it, it becomes, you're no longer termed as a simp.
Of course you're not.
But
Because
now,
it's 50-50.
Exactly. But now when you're doing something and the other person is not reciprocating and feeling the same, you're now
You're
a simp.
definitely a simp.
You're now
Definitely.
weak.
You're definitely a simp, bro. You're definitely a simp. Say now, yeah?
That little appreciation.
Yeah. Exactly. Say now, you're having a conversation with your babes. Then you end it with, I love you. And they're like,
Hey,
oh, okay.
wait.
Oh, same.
No, you're
Brother,
supposed to tell me I love you
you're
too.
simping, bro.
But here's the thing. And I think
This thing of
Or you tell
you're
someone,
always
I love
texting
you,
first.
and she tells you love you. No.
No.
You are supposed to
Can't
tell
you-
me I love you, not love you. What is love you?
hey,
You're supposed to tell me I love you.
Exactly. Or you're ever texting first. It needs to be a 50-50, bruv. It's two-way traffic.
here's my thing.
Other
And I
times
think,
she's gonna text
like
first.
before we even started this episode and you told me about simping, I was like, I'm a certified simp. Like I think I'm very I don't want to say naive, but I really just don't care.
In that?
If I am for you and I'm like really into you, whatever you think, whatever you want to, whatever, it goes out the door. And I think I'm trying to change that, which is unfortunate, but I'm kind of trying to go back to that. It's more of, I want to walk away knowing I did my best. And like I said,
Because you don't want to simp.
it's not that I don't want to simp.
Well, like,
I'm a
we must
simp,
get the boy
man.
who hurt you.
I am a
that
simp.
guy, you know, that guy, bro. That guy really hurt you a good one. Like, what? Oh, if you're listening to this, bro, and you hurt these babes, wallahi, blood is in your hands, bro.
No, and here's the thing though, and I said this, I am a simp. Like I've gone to I've
Come on,
embarrassed
spill it, bro,
myself,
spill it, man. Come on, just tell us what happened.
I have embarrassed myself.
Bare
So
times, huh?
I think when it comes to me and where I am coming from is I am in no way responsible for what you choose to do. Whatever you do after that, that is not on me. Okay? Do I like you? Do I want to speak to you? Do I have credit? Whatever. Am I in a position to do that? I will text you. If you choose to respond to that or not, okay, that's on you. But at the same time, I'm also learning something.
True.
Do not now come to me and now start saying, you used to call, you used to text, you don't. I did that. You did not show me. Get? So for me, it's more of walking into something. I really just don't care.
Now that's 10% simping.
It's not really
You simp
10%.
unaangalia unaona huyu mtu anisaidia.
Yeah, I was
Sahi ndo nimefika hiyo point.
Unasikia?
Sahi ndo nimefika hiyo point. Nakwambia
You walk
nilikuwa
away, you go,
mjinga.
umeona ai huyu naye najiforce kwake.
I was make.
Ai.
After that,
Stop
then you
forcing
realize,
yourself.
you see, the thing which I've taken out from this is that you said you are learning slowly but surely. You are learning that how come, yeah, man's doing bare stuff for this guy, but he's not reciprocating. So definitely you're gonna dip. That's good.
It's not so easy though.
But in the end analysis, you're gonna dip.
From hey,
But it's good.
si mimi nilitoka, yenda alijitoa ikanihit.
For real.
Na pia vile alijitoa bado niko namtafuta.
Now you see, that's 100% simping, bro.
Like, that's why I said I'm a certified simp,
That's
though.
100% simping. Now, do you
Could you
believe that there's
embarrass-
something that like simping?
You know,
It's there, bro.
here's the thing. You know what I've learned? And I'm going to quote Jesus and I'm going to quote the Bible.
Ah, come on. No, wait.
Do not throw
You-
pearls.
you wanna bring Jesus in your life?
Do not
You're
throw
fucking.
pearls to the swine. Because I think, yes, do not throw pearls to the swine. And that's what I'm learning. If you're giving, be in a space that in as much as you're giving, you're being fed. You get what I'm saying? Because even Lake Victoria, iko na mto zinatoa maji na zingine zinaingiza maji.
Hiyo Victoria
Because if-
ndio ina feed Mediterranean Sea.
Exactly. Because if we only had River Nile, Victoria would not be there anymore. It could have dried out kitambo.
Victoria could have been there.
Kama
Because
tungekuwa
inatoa maji
kama tungekuwa na hizi zenye zinaleta maji,
Yeah.
ingekuwa na Nile
Mediterranean ndio
pekee.
ingekuwa.
Mimi nasema Victoria ingekuwa juu Nile ingebeba maji yote.
Yeah.
Una get? But sasa juu utu to rivers twingine, they are feeding, so even what is being taken by River Nile, hiyo impact haionekani. Juu hizi zina feed. Una get?
Yes.
So in as much as you're in a space and you're a giver and you give and I'm not going to say simp, but you do all that, make sure that person is reciprocating.
True fact.
Do not chase something that is not there.
Yes.
And do not allow yourself to chase an image or a perception of what this person fed you at the beginning.
Facts.
Because that is, you're chasing something, you're chasing an illusion. Unaona venye ukiwa kwa desert unaonanga, hata si kwa desert, ukiwa kwa lami ukiendesha gari, unaonanga tumaji pale mbele kwa lami ukifika hakuna tumaji. That's what you're doing. True. You're chasing that water and it's not there. It's not real. So if this person shows you they are not reciprocating or they are not appreciative of what you're doing, then move accordingly. And if they get angry at that, then you're like, bro, I used to do this, you did this.
Finally, she's getting
Let
home.
the math
Finally,
math.
bro. Finally.
It's not that I didn't
what full hour
understand.
we've been waiting
It's
for that.
not that I didn't understand. I just didn't like the whole perception of you guys labeling Will Smith the bad guy.
He is though. He's the bad guy. Come on, he's the bad guy.
Will Smith is not the bad guy.
Anyway, fam, as you've had the conversation, it's been techy still. But you know what? It's been long and we've done our thing. Kindly, go share, go subscribe, go like, leave your comments down below and tell us, what do you think about this simping thing and the whole Will and Jada Chris Rock situation? As usual, I've been your host, 5'8" of Pure Bliss, Mancunian Rouze. Till next time, peace and love.
Bye.